I got the letter saying I'm fine. So I threw it in the garbage. I was like, good.
Suzanne McDonald was 48 when she got a routine mammogram that came back all clear. What the x-ray didn't see was what was actually happening in her body.
It was late stage, so it was 3C, which is right before 4.
McDonald's late-stage breast cancer was concealed by dense breast tissue, something she'd never heard of. But even with the negative mammogram, she knew something was wrong and pushed for additional screening, which led to her diagnosis and the aggressive treatment that would save her life.
I had 4 rounds of a really heavy-duty chemo drug and then another 12 rounds of a different chemo drug. After that, I had 25 rounds of radiation.
She is well aware of what would have happened if she hadn't asked for that additional screening.
I wouldn't be here today, and I'm not even supposed to be here right now.
McDonald's story is all too common for millions of women in the U.S. Nearly 40% of women are estimated to have dense breast tissue, which makes a woman 4 to 6 times more likely to develop cancer. Density has nothing to do with the size or appearance of the breast. It's all about how breast tissue shows up in an image. Dense tissue is white, the same color as tumors, which can make it very difficult to spot abnormalities in a mammogram.
Like a polar bear in a snowstorm, white against white, you don't see it. So we've been missing tumors all the time.
New York radiologist Dr. Robert Bard told us the lack of contrast in these images means millions of women could miss their best chance at early detection.
How important is it for a woman to know that she has dense breasts?
Women with dense breasts are 5 to 7 times more likely to develop a breast tumor.
Dr. Bard told us that women with dense breasts should talk to their practitioner about additional screenings, like ultrasounds or MRIs, that can detect a tumor regardless of density. But what women don't know, they can't ask for. As of right now, 38 states have some requirement to notify women in writing about their breast density following routine mammograms, though the exact language varies. In many states, there's no requirement to tell women at all.
This is about saving lives. You understand that.
Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro has been fighting to inform women about their density for more than a decade.
I introduced legislation 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 2017.
The victory came in 2019 when Congress mandated that the FDA come up with universal language that would force every mammogram letter to include information about density. But as of today, that language still hasn't been finalized, meaning women across the U.S. are not receiving critical information. This month, DeLauro wrote to the FDA's commissioner, saying, quote, "Women and their loved ones cannot wait any longer."
What is the timeline? When are we going to get this? 3 years is long enough for us to be able to get that rule. In the meantime, you got 3 years. That means women are at risk.
Spotlight on America has been asking similar questions to the FDA since we first reported on this issue more than a year ago. And every inquiry yielded the same cut-and-paste response. The FDA is continuing to work diligently to finalize the rule to amend the existing mammography regulations.
They're all sending us the exact same language, saying that they're working diligently. At what point is it not diligent to take this long?
No, it shouldn't take this long. It should never be, and that is not an acceptable answer. So we are going to be all over them.
Suzanne McDonald says her doctors didn't think she'd survive more than 5 years when she was diagnosed. It's been nearly 15.
What would you say to that woman right now?
You did it, girl. You did it. And there's a reason for it. Somewhere in there, it's a purpose somewhere.
She now devotes herself to the nonprofit organization Are You Dense, which raises awareness and fights for standards that would inform all women about breast density.
There is no reason why women should not know about their density and the risk it poses. How long are we going to have to wait for this? Please, please.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Lisa Fletcher.